Welcome to another Cook With Me Gluten-Free. Well, today you're going to eat with me gluten-free because I am in Chicago and not in my kitchen. And as you can see, I'm at Do-Rite Donuts and Chicken in Chicago. Let me tell you, I was so excited about getting these donuts. They have 3 different types of donuts. I ordered them online, so they were already ready for pickup when I arrived. So again, I got 3. I'm super excited. I'm looking for a seat, and we are going to sit down and taste these 3 delicious donuts. Here I'm telling you that the pricing is pretty extraordinary. $3.50 for a donut like I'm about to try is pretty good. And they don't differentiate between the prices of the gluten-free donuts versus what we would consider regular donuts, air quotes there. So I'm going to get these out of the bag and taste each one. 3 donuts. Let me tell you, these donuts are so incredibly dense. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to tell you what flavor these donuts are and talk a little bit about the consistency. So first up, we have what's my favorite. That's a chocolate covered donut. The consistency is very much like a cake donut. So I'm going to give that one a taste. I love chocolate, so I was expecting that to be a 10 out of 10, and it is so good. It's so good. So I'm moving over to donut number 2. The one I'm going to move to is cinnamon, but here I'm showing you how dense the donut is. It's so heavy. I can't believe they're only $3.50. So this is a cinnamon sugar donut. This one is so good. I wish I had some coffee left over to have coffee with that amazing cinnamon sugar donut. Now I'm trying to compare the 2, but it's just so hard to compare because they're both so amazingly delicious. Now this donut is called birthday cake, and it's got a little glaze around the entire donut, and of course the frosting and sprinkles on top. That's the donut I was least excited about because I prefer not so sweet. The cinnamon and sugar wasn't super sweet. But as you can see here, I'm chuckling because that birthday cake donut was probably my favorite. I knew I was going to have to decide between the birthday cake and the chocolate. But boy, oh boy, was it delicious. And then I thought to myself, wait a second, let me try this chocolate donut one more time, just so I can see if I like the chocolate more than the birthday cake. I mean, again, it's definitely a toss-up. I'm confused, but I'm going with birthday cake as being my number 1, which again is a shocker because I don't love super sweet. The cinnamon and sugar, not as sweet, but the consistency of these donuts, amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, Do-Rite's Donuts also has chicken, but none of the chicken dishes can be prepared gluten-free. But I would say if you're in the Chicago area and you're looking for something sweet, definitely Do-Rite's Donuts. Now I'm at Gayle V's. Gayle V's, the best ever grilled cheese. I found Gayle V's on the Find Me Gluten-Free app, which uses your GPS locations and tells you some of the closest restaurants to your current location. And Gayle V's was voted in the top 20 for grilled cheese restaurants. And of course, they have gluten-free. So we're going inside to take a look at what they have to offer. Now, as soon as I approached the counter, right away, you could see the sign that says gluten-free and vegan available. It also states in fine print on the sign that any sandwich can be made gluten-free on their gluten-free pita bread. I was curious about the grilled cheese pita, but it's brought in from a bakery locally. So I was looking forward to the taste and texture, but it says all these sandwiches here can be made gluten-free. They've got breakfast sandwiches. There are some with like mac and cheese on them. I'm assuming those can't be made gluten-free, but I pointed out here that they also have vegan cheese available. So for the vegan folks or dairy-free. So I got my food. I got grilled cheese, traditional grilled cheese with bacon and a tomato and pesto bisque. So this, I'm saying that it's not very traditional looking. The pita bread obviously being much thinner. The quality of the cheese looks really good, and it smelled delicious. So I was very eager to take my first bite. And tasting it, I was like, yeah, that's pretty doggone good. What I noticed and loved the most about it was the texture and taste of the cheese itself. It was so good. So good. I rated that sandwich an 8.5 out of 10. Now I'm tasting the bisque. And I'm concerned that it might be too hot, but I don't want to make a mess, so I'm blowing it a little bit. And here, I can tell you right now, not satisfied at all. Not at all. I am giving this at most a 5 out of 10. It was flavorless, but I do say that it might be good for dipping, but I was not at all impressed with that. Overall, I gotta say, Chicago did not disappoint with its gluten-free selections. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for joining me on another Cook With Me gluten-free. I'll see you next week when I'm back in my kitchen.